Good morning, boy. How are you? Alrighty, guys. Welcome back to the channel. I have no idea what the date is today, but it is a Saturday, I think. So the first thing I'm going to have to do this morning, which I really don't want to have to do, I'm going to have to take a sample of grain over to Gladstone to get it checked for moisture, because if you remember, or you've been watching the videos, a couple of videos ago, I was harvesting a paddock out the back of the house. It had a lot of milk thistle in it, and the moisture was a bit iffy, so we ended up quitting in there. Now we've gone full circle all the way back to that paddock, and the moisture's still a bit iffy on the header. When I do the handheld, it's absolutely fine, but when the header's been a bit iffy and my handhelds showed alright, isn't necessarily a good thing. Basically, I don't trust the handheld whatsoever, because I had a load knocked back for moisture the other day. So I took a sample into Jamestown and got it checked for moisture, and it was fine. First load went through, and then second load, no bueno. So I'm just going to take a sample over to the silo, because I don't want a truck to get knocked back again. We'll get that done. As soon as I know that, the sooner I can get some grain cleared, the sooner that we can get back to harvesting. Because we are racing a bit of bad weather at the moment. We've got, looks like some unstable weather and maybe some moisture coming through midweek. So we just got to make the most of these clear days at the moment. And I got quite a bit of maintenance to get through on the header this morning. That's due for its 50-hour grease and, you know, all those sorts of things. So let's get into it. Basically, I just do not want to get caught with my pants down again today. Before I get trucks back in to cart grain out, I am going to make double, triple sure that the moisture's okay. However, in saying that, I did that the other day, took a sample to the silo, and it still got knocked back when the truck went. So, anyway. Alright, I'm going to run these samples in here quickly and leave them, and we'll get out of here, because I've got lots to get on with. Well, I was expecting to drop those samples and have to leave them there, but the girls there were very kind to me, and they got a moisture sample done on that very, very quickly. So the milk thistle paddock came way under. So no problems there, but it's probably going to get knocked down a grade because it's got too much milk thistle, which I was pretty sure was going to be a problem. Bloody truck drivers, always holding me up. What are they even doing out here at this time of the year anyway? Alright, let's go get some diesel and some grease and throw that into the header. Honestly, I got a couple of new air filters there to throw in, but this one here is not looking too bad. So we're going to drag a few more days out of that one yet. Lovely. What I like to do is at the end of harvest, I give the air filters a really good blowout, and then I just leave them in there until the first 50 hours is up during the next season. That way I don't have to blow the filters out in the paddock. I just swap them out. So it's just my little hack. I don't know, call me crazy. Call me crazy. Alright, I might need to run up and give it we'll get the compressor and give the radiator a good blowout, just make sure that's all good. But for now, I just got to go move some augers and stuff around for trucks, so we'll go do that. What are you guys doing walking around in this dusty, stony desert?
In our pyjamas.
In your PJs? That's a bit cheeky. PJs and gumboots, eh? Yeah. You funny thing. What are you guys doing?
Just going for a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just wanted to see what the action was.
Alright, we'll take this thing for a quick blowout while I've got a bit of time. And then there will be a truck to be loaded, and then we may hook into it. Oh, I thought the wind was going the right way. One of my least favourite jobs of harvest. But unfortunately, it's got to be done. Well, things should be breathing a little bit easier there. Alrighty, so we're about ready to kick off. I just got Andrew there grabbing a load out at the moment, so I'm just going to go tip this chaser bin off into him. We'll get him loaded, get him out of here, and that'll give me a bit of space. But I got a phone call this morning, a good phone call, and that is that the 8310T is finished at the dealer. Now, I want you guys to put yourself in this situation, okay? Your tractor has a breakdown. Well, alright, put it this way. Your tractor has a problem before seeding. You're talking to the dealer, It's not causing that many dramas at the moment, but you know you got a problem. So the dealer says to you, well, we're not going to have time to fix that before seeding. So what's your options, alright? The options are send it there and just hope that you get it back in time, which they've already said that they probably won't get it done in time for seeding, so you send it there and you don't have a tractor for seeding, or you just persevere with it because it's still running and it's still doing the job. And then you finish seeding, you send it straight there to be repaired. The tractor sits there for over 4 months without them getting a diagnosis on it. They finally get a diagnosis on it about a week before you start harvest, when you need the tractor back, and they say there's no parts anywhere in the world. Alright? So how do you reckon you would feel in that situation? And then they ring you and they say, oh, you're not going to have that tractor for seeding, so you do some digging around, you find a part somewhere. But you know, we should have had that tractor back well and truly already for harvest. The fact that it took them over, well, a good 4 months. We sent it there at the end of June, and they didn't get a diagnosis on it until about 2 to 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago maybe. Mate, I let Ramsey Brothers get off really lightly earlier in the year with the way they sent that sprayer over to us, and actually in the end one of the blokes from Ramsey Brothers, the salesman, saw one of my videos and rang me up and apologised and said that they really dropped the ball there. And I thought, you know what, that's really nice of you to do that, but it doesn't fix any of the problems that I've had. So I'm not going to go off lightly with Crouchers. That's absolute trash, mate. I know this channel's not for that reason, but enough said. Alrighty, he's loaded. Time to crack on. So with the truck loaded, I thought I'd show you guys, this is the Vitera app, which is where all the grain goes, to Gladstone Vitera. We started doing this last year. Basically, it's a delivery advice for the truck drivers. So I fill this out electronically on the app, and then I just flick the number through to the truck drivers, and when they pull up at the testing station or whatever, they just show them the number, and it already has all my details on it, where it's come from, how I trade, NGR numbers. It's got the variety, it's got questions about chemicals, all those sorts of things. It's all filled out so the truck driver doesn't have to do it. And I guess it just takes the double handling out of the way a little bit and avoids maybe a mistake that a truck driver could make. But yeah, you can see the grade I expect, what I want to do with it. I want to warehouse it when it goes there. I don't want to take a cash price or anything like that. And then step 3, it's got my name, it's got who's delivering it for me, how much weight their truck can hold legally, all this sort of stuff. So anyway, just thought I'd show you guys that. Anyway guys, let's make some tracks now. already past midday. It's amazing. You try and haul ass in the morning and get everything done, and you think you're going to get started early because it's a little bit warmer today. Nope. I truly love harvest time. It is my favourite time of the year, and I would say that I could do this all day, every day, except I know what it takes to maintain and keep one of these damn machines running. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work to keep these things moving. And not to mention that, you know, harvest isn't always glorious like this. You have your tough years, and it's not fun sitting in here harvesting really sort of crappy crops that are short. And I don't know, we've harvested some short crops this year, but they weren't short when they were growing, they just fell over. So anyway, it's all good fun, guys, all good fun. Hey look, there's a chaser bin that doesn't chase. But anyway, we will have our 8310T back tomorrow, which will be absolutely awesome. But we have just been tugging along a few loads of barley with that. It's pretty hard on that little tractor. So, and even I've had a few people saying, I've put some stories up on Facebook saying, chaser bin's supposed to chase, and it's like, yeah, well, when you put, you know, 12, 13, 14 ton in that thing and try and pull it with that, yeah, good luck. Doesn't like it very much. So often, especially when like we're filling up, putting the second load in there from the header, we just stop because it's just too hard. It's just too hard. Needs some more power, needs some more weight on the front of it. So if you've been watching my videos, you would have seen earlier in the year we had a paddock of barley that had a lot of mustard weed in it, and we couldn't get out and spray it out because it was just too wet. It just rained for the whole of August and we just couldn't get out and spray it out. Well, this is the paddock, and that is costing us dearly. Dearly. Have a look at the yield monitor. It's starting to creep up now because I'm getting into some better stuff, but it's flailing around a bit. I mean, that's pretty bad for this year. Don't get me wrong, you've still got your good patches. Still got good areas that are getting up into the mid 5 tonne to the hectare and all that sort of thing, but I think that mustard weed cost this crop a lot right at the time. It was a critical time in its development. It's a little bit thin in spots and just, yeah, not really what it should be for the amount of rain we've had. But like I said, there is still good patches in here. I think if it does any more than 4.5 tonne, I'd probably be shocked. It'll still average out to be a very handy crop. We will not complain about that. I said to Keller when he was loading that if this load gets knocked back on moisture, I will lose my, I'm not going to say it, farming. So I had someone ask me why, if you see up here, you'll see the sprayer marks just going along there. Why are we harvesting the crop sort of opposite to the way the sprayer and the seeder has gone? Well, that's because it may not look it on the camera, but up here on the top of this rise, it's actually quite steep. We don't have contour master on the feeder house of this machine, so basically contour master means you can tilt your comb either way like that when you're on the side of a hill, but we don't have that. So just to help the machine do as good a job as it can cutting and also separating, I feel like probably working up and back rather than being on a slope like that, where all your material wants to go to one way on the sieves. It probably helps with separation a little bit more. So that's just why we do it. It's just it's nice and easy, up and back. It's one grain tank full, done. Dump it off and then up and back. If we're trying to work from that side of the paddock to that side, well, it's all good if you got someone in the chaser bin and you got a tractor that can pull it properly, but at the moment we don't, so we're just doing what we can to make it work, guys. But yeah, basically I would much rather work the paddock along this way on the longer blows, but this is just what we're doing and we're just making it work for us at the moment. Here comes the G-Man coming to clear some more grain. Still got a bit of room in our uprights over the road, so we'll keep loading that up. So I don't know if it was the last video or the one before, I can't remember, but I was trying to change a sensor for the float on the front, down here. I got supplied the wrong sensor. Well, I got hold of the right sensor and I changed it yesterday, I think, and it is cutting like an absolute dream now. That has been causing me grief for quite a long time, and I can't believe that seems to have just fixed it. It's absolutely wonderful. It's very nice, because there's nothing worse than harvesting along, and you know, this barley, it's pretty average. In a few spots it's fallen down and all that sort of stuff, and you know, you got one side here that wants to be 8 inches in the air, and then the other side wants to be pretty much in the dirt, so it just doesn't do a very good job. Another day in the life of a Topcon owner. I just unloaded and look at that, no RTK again. If all else fails, I guess you just turn it off and then back on again. Can someone explain to me how that light is on when everything is disconnected? Oh my goodness. Oh man, nothing ever surprises me anymore. Nothing, I tell you. Let's see what she decides to do now. Looks like I'm going the old-fashioned way with the steering wheel. Well, it decided to start working again. It's gone green, so I don't really know what's going on. Must have been some sort of a fritz out somewhere, but it's back, so that's the main thing. Well guys, we are getting through it. Not much to go now. What do we got there? Oh, 3.5 hectares. Not very much at all. Couple of ups and backs and she's done. Here I was, me and Dad both thinking that we're pretty much done with barley here now, and we forgot right in front of our eyes down there is a paddock of barley that we seeded for seed for next year. It's only about 14 hectares, so it's only a tiny little paddock, but we seeded it quite late, so I don't know whether it would go. Sorry, battery died then. Yeah, we're thinking about jumping in there and having a go, even if the moisture in the grain's a little bit too high, like just a little bit too high. We'll just at least get a seed barley harvested for next year, so we've got nice, clean, good solid seed that hasn't been damaged by the rain. So that's the other handy dandy thing about this app. So my load got accepted, no worries at all. Moisture was 12.2%. My test weight, 62.6. So it's down a little bit in this paddock, but that scraped into bar 1, which is the top grade of feed, by 0.1 on the test weight, I think. So I just got there. Hello.
You have to ask him again. Can I go for a ride?
You want to come for a ride on the header? Of course you can. Did you guys come to see to witness my strip of shame?
As I was driving in, I was like, have we literally just missed you? Like, but you've got one strip left.
I'm going to try that barley there next, so.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll grab you.
You didn't sleep.
Didn't you sleep today?
No.
You're getting too big to have naps now, are you?
I had a good rest.
I can't walk in the air.
You can't walk in the stubble?
No.
Ah, okay. I'll carry you, that's alright. That's what dads are for, hey?
Can I come?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Look at that.
Look at that, what is it?
It's a barley.
It's
It
the
is.
barley.
It is the barley. Good work.
We made it out just in time.
Look, Dad, I got this bag.
Oh god, you got a sticky bicky. Ooh, sticky bicky.
Is it a reindeer bicky? Chrissy bicky?
Well, that concludes my barley harvest.
Woohoo!
It's all done.
Barley's in the bin.
Now just for dads. Thanks for visiting me. Is that funny, is it? Yeah, I lost the lifter somewhere where I was turning. So, new one it is. Well, a little bit of time has gone by. We're just finishing cutting into this paddock. I've done one lap. Well, I've done 2 laps around everywhere but here, so we'll just finish that and then this is going to be we're going to take some seed out of here to store for next year, which I think I probably already said, but yeah, then we're just gonna have to hack away at this. It's slow going, it's just toppled over in every which direction, and green stem and hard yakka once again. So lucky it's only 14 hectares, but it'd be good to have this done before it gets any rain on it, because any rain on this and she will be flat on the ground, even more flat on the ground. Alrighty guys, we are full up. I am going to call it a night. It is 8:15 and I'll give this thing a quick blow down, and we got an early start in the morning to go get that tractor, so let's get out of here. Thanks for watching guys. We'll see you in the next one.